YF Sports, man, we back. Got another video for you guys, man. We got some more information, man. It's coming from our man, TicketTV, man. He's always coming up with some exclusive news, breaking news titles. I'm not sure where he gets his information, but
that's exactly what I was about to say. Where is he getting this information?
I know, but you know, it's definitely entertaining to hear him out on some of these things. We got a video here. It's titled "Dwight Howard to join Kevin Durant and Kyrie in Brooklyn next year." Now, again, basketball-wise, I don't see how that even makes sense. I don't know why Brooklyn would do that.
Yeah.
They got two bigs as is.
Two good bigs.
Get
Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, they're both under contract still.
Right.
The only way I would even see the Brooklyn Nets, a team like the Brooklyn Nets, looking to get another big, is to either bring in a big that can stretch the floor a little bit better. Because I'm personally talking with the scout for the Nets, and they've been working with Jared Allen a lot to try to get him to hit that corner three because they need to stretch the floor. Obviously, DeAndre Jordan is not a player who's going to be able to shoot or stretch the floor. So they're looking for a big that can actually stretch the floor. So I don't see them bringing in another big that does the same thing that Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan already do. So I don't see how that makes sense. But again, we'll hear TicketTV out. We'll see what from a basketball standpoint why this would actually happen or make sense, and we'll just kind of break it down from there, man.
Basically, you should not expect to see Dwight Howard wear a Los Angeles Lakers uniform again after this season. As Dwight, he was on a 1 year anyways, but they were talking about bringing Dwight back instead of Boogie Cousins. Well, you know what I'm saying? Albeit from what happens now, that Dwight is refusing to play, and that puts a big dent in the Lakers' chemistry, and that puts a lot of pressure on the Lakers. People don't understand how big of a loss Dwight Howard is for the Lakers. I was wrong about Dwight Howard. Me, some other guys were arguing.
I don't think it's a big loss.
First of all, I don't think it affects the chemistry of the team. Do you understand what he's doing it for? He's not playing just because he don't want to play. He's not wanting to play because he's more focused on what's going on in the world.
Yeah, but also TicketTV even said himself, is multiple players on that Laker roster who feel the same as Dwight Howard. Right. So I don't see there being a big divide. I think at the end of the day, they all brothers.
Yeah.
And then, you know what, from my experience playing with teams, if somebody who's ahead of me on the depth chart goes down, I kind of get geeked.
Yeah.
Because I know it's an opportunity for me to step in and get more time.
Exactly.
So guys don't necessarily look at it like, oh, he's not here.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard's only given maybe 19 to 20 minutes a game anyway.
If that.
So he was splitting his minutes with JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say how much of a real impact he would have had. It's great to have bigs like that in the game alongside Anthony Davis, but to say that he was...
And he had shown some flashes of the old Dwight.
Yeah, he did show some flashes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't see him not being there. Like, if he leaves the Lakers next year, it's not...
Yeah, it's not...
a back-breaking loss.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he's a long-term fix. I don't think he's going to be the bigs that they have that's going to help them lead them to a championship.
Right. I'm glad to see what... I mean, I'm happy for what he did this season, though. But
yeah.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
About whether Dwight can help. It's me and LVZ, I think. LVZ was right about that in thinking that Dwight still had something he could potentially offer. But I didn't think he had anything. I thought he was just a boot troop.
But see, this is where Tick is limited. He said he thought that Dwight didn't have anything left.
Right.
Even before the Lakers signed Dwight, I thought he was getting slept on because he's still Dwight. Dwight's always stayed in great shape. He got in even better shape headed into this season.
Yeah.
You know, he obviously his impact on defense, his rim protection has been the same, but he's definitely getting affected the same way I explained to you guys before. His impact on defense isn't the same because the NBA is getting stretched out.
Right.
It's harder for him to guard on the perimeter, but that's affecting all bigs. So It's not just Dwight.
Yeah, it definitely affects all big because no matter what they do, if they barely tap them being so big, they call foul on it. So it's a lot of tic tac calls for big man.
He's trying to transition too, man. he went from being the superstar player on the team to now, after dealing with these injuries, he has to adjust to being a role player.
Right, which is hard to do.
That's hard. I mean, Melo struggled with that. I mean, it's a lot of good players that struggle with that transition. So, again, he's in that transition. I don't think he's close to being out of the league. I don't think so at all. I think there are a lot of teams in the NBA that could use a Dwight Howard,
especially with how he played this season.
I mean, I can tell you a team for sure that could use a Dwight Howard because they struggle guarding. That's the Golden State Warriors.
I was just about to say that.
They're looking for a veteran interior big.
Could you imagine that though?
But I'm saying they need that. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
If he can come in and give them 20 to 25 minutes of solid defense and not have to worry about carrying the scoring load for a team because he doesn't.
Give him, 10, 12 rebounds.
That's all he needs to do. And
2 blocks average.
And again, if they come back full strength and you can get a player like Dwight Howard.
Dangerous team.
Dangerous. So, again, there's a lot of teams in the NBA that need a Dwight Howard or will be willing to sign him if the Lakers want to let him walk. So,
He has to be in the right system, too, though. But
what I'm saying is Golden State is a perfect
system.
system.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I agree.
San Antonio, perfect system.
Ooh, San Antonio, I don't know, bro.
They play more traditional style.
They play. Yeah.
I mean, because they've been struggling interior defense because they have LaMarcus Aldridge now. Yeah. They're trying to play him at center and it's not been working because he can't defend. Well, you can let DeMarcus go. I mean, you can let LaMarcus go back to his natural position at power forward when you put Dwight in at center. And then, like right now, who is the center for the Spurs? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I can name.
I don't know that.
I can name a lot of players like Dwight that are just getting affected by the way the league is changing.
Damn, that's me thinking now. That's crazy.
I forgot his name. There's the Spurs center is a white guy, but he actually is pretty good. But he's not ready to be that dude yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
I just thought that, you know what I'm saying? But he did come in and give energy. He helped a lot defensively, on the boards, rim protection, and he gives you an insurance policy.
But see, he's just naming all the reasons why the Lakers will bring him back.
Right.
Like, right. I mean, you all you're saying is
you give me straight.
I think you can act as if the team is not against, or they're against what he's doing if he doesn't want to play. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to the basketball side of it, you just named off every reason why a GM is going to re-sign him. Especially a GM with the Lakers, who've made terrible moves already.
My thing, what made you even come up with this shit? Is it because Kyrie and Dwight spoke out of? Yeah. What does that got to do with anything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's no real connection.
Because this is like random, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why would Brooklyn Nets give away Jared Allen?
Well, I've heard that the Nets are trying to package Jared Allen to get a player like a Bradley Beal.
What? Why would you do that?
Because, I mean, again...
he don't want nothing.
But I remember when I told you I talked with the Nets video coordinator when I was in North Carolina, and he said... He basically was telling me that unless Jared Allen is able to develop a jumper, he says they're emphasizing all of the players on their roster to be able to stretch the floor and shoot threes. If you can't stretch the floor and shoot threes, and you're a Brooklyn Net right now, then your spot is in jeopardy. You're probably going to get traded, or you won't be on that team for long. That's just their philosophy.
Yeah.
So Jared Allen he's on the trade block right now, but that's also why But they like his defense so much, they're working on his 3-point shot, right? So again, I just don't see the Nets bringing in a player that goes against everything that they've been working towards right now, which is creating a roster full of players who can stretch the court.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee, because JaVale McGee is he's foul prone, and he's not a dude you can depend on in the playoffs to give you major minutes. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
they both get a lot of fouls.
When you think about it, and Boogie, he's not going to give you too much defensively.
Boogie's not even.
I don't know where Boogie's going to be at offensively.
He's definitely not.
But he'll be able to give you something offensively. If he's right. I haven't seen him lately, so I don't know what he looked like if the Lakers get him back.
The reason you don't know what he looked like is he's not there. They gave up him for Marquise Morris.
That's
Marquise wanted him.
I mean,
Yeah, you
just,
you got to be homework, my bro.
Like I said, a player like Boogie, like you got to think with the Lakers, man. The Lakers can use an interior big that doesn't need to do anything but defend.
Exactly.
Because LeBron James is going to dominate the ball the most possession, or he's going to kick it to AD, who's going to ISO one side of the court.
Yeah, they don't need a lot of players that needs the ball.
Yeah, they don't need players who.
We don't.
They just need players who can lock in on D.
Exactly.
This is one of the reasons why you're hearing rumors about the Lakers potentially wanting Draymond Green. See, as much as people don't want to hear that, Draymond Green will be effective in that system because he wouldn't need the ball. Draymond Green can thrive off ball. He can thrive with LeBron holding the ball to hold possession. He can thrive with AD isoing on one side of the court.
Me being a Lakers fan, I don't like that, but I mean...
You don't like it, but again, this is the thing with Draymond Green. You hate him until he's on your team.
I mean, I'm a fan. But
no, what I'm saying is,
my team.
No, when he's on your team, you're gonna love everything he's doing because if you're a shooter, you're gonna love playing with Draymond. If you're a shooter, because we know that he's not gonna shoot the three, he's gonna kick it to you for the three. If you're if you're somebody who likes to run the court, well, we know if you see Draymond pushing the ball up the court on the break,
up the court.
Yeah, because we know that he's more likely to pass it than to try to score. Like so. Again, this is why teams are looking at players. Like this is why the Lakers love these type of players. Yeah. They don't care, and that's one of the reasons why they really had to talk with Dwight before they brought him in, because they wanted to make sure he wasn't still in that all-star mindset where he wanted to score all the time. Because he had to know that your role is different now. We don't need you to score, right? So that's why it was such a big. I thought it was an easy sign. But that's why they had to sit down and talk with him first, so he really understood his role.
Back. It's not no for sure word. The Lakers gonna get Boogie back, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna turn to.
No, he's gonna sign with Miami.
Now that they lost Dwight, they're gonna turn to him and the JR. And this is the thing: if you lose Dwight and Avery Bradley, that's a lot for the Lakers. Avery Bradley gave the Lakers great defense at the guard spot. He was solid for the Lakers, very solid. Yeah.
Some moments.
To me, that's not an easy replacement to throw J.R. Smith in there for Avery Bradley. At this point, I thought Avery Bradley was giving the Lakers more than what J.R. Smith could give all around. J.R. Smith can give you some streaky shooting, things like that.
Well, we need somebody to knock down shots. Because ain't nobody, Danny Green, I don't know what he owns.
I just don't see guys like Dion Waiters and them dudes. I don't see them dudes,
Dion Waiters, he putting in work right now.
Dion Waiters is probably the most for sure thing you got as a third scorer.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. As a third scorer, he's more reliable. He's going to be more reliable than Kuzma. Kuzma plays off of ball momentum. Yeah. Kuzma has to have a whole bunch of touches to be effective. He has to get the flow of the game in him. The game has to get hyped up. You know what I'm saying?
From last season to this season, you can tell there.
But when he was playing with Lonzo,
more touches.
He had more touches. He was playing with more energy. Right, you could see it, but now he's in a system where the ball's not as moving as much. Yeah. It's getting stuck, and it's not just affecting how good he is on offense. He's not even good. Yeah, he's not even good on defense anymore. But so again, you can put a player like Dion Waiters. You want those ISO players who can just catch on random occasions, and he can work and get his shot off from anywhere. Like Kuzma's not that type of player to ISO you. Waiters is a straight ISO player. You get him one-on-one, he's going to destroy most guards.
I think we should have kept Brandon Ingram, but that's another story.
I mean, but Brandon Ingram was a must-go. Brandon Ingram, for that trade to work, they were going to get Brandon Ingram. And they're lucky that that dude Dale Demps didn't pull that trade off the year before, because they would have had Brandon Ingram and Kuzma and Lonzo and Hart and draft picks. So they lucky that they even still got Kuzma. So. Because if I was the GM of the new,
he ain't really doing shit in my opinion anyway. But Kuz, not.
No, he can't though. It's just that's why I say systems matter in the NBA.
But that's all you have to say.
It's one of the reasons why Luke Walton wants Kuzma so bad. Like you can say Kuzma had the worst year. It don't matter because there are teams that see his value still. Yeah. Right, and we've seen Kuzma when you put him in the right system with the right team. Imagine Kuzma with De'Aaron Fox. a guard that's willing to move the ball.
Yeah, just like Alonzo.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the same effect.
Same effect, man. But see, LeBron it changes the game. There's only a handful of players who can play with LeBron.
Yeah.
Right, and it's usually older players, older veteran players who are experienced enough to be able to stand away from the offense and hit knockdown shots when they finally touch the ball.
You need one superstar with him, and
young players usually don't flourish well with LeBron. No, not young players. That's why LeBron wanted to get Wiggins up out of there when they got that #1 pick.
Yeah.
He didn't want to play with a young guy.
I don't see that.
What you don't see?
I ain't sold on them cats, man. I ain't sold on them cats. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. So, yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it right now, y'all. But I'm telling y'all first, don't be surprised if you see Dwight in Brooklyn with Kyrie and KD next year. After this whole season.
Man,
it's not gonna happen, yo.
It's not gonna happen, bro. If that happens,
it makes no sense basketball wise.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not gonna happen. They have 2 centers now. They don't need. First of all, they don't need a Dwight Howard.
They don't.
They got other needs.
They do.
They got other needs. One of their needs is another wing scorer. They need another wing scorer badly.
Yeah. The point guard position is perfect. The point guard position is good.
Yep.
That 2 position could be,
the power forward.
They're
really weak at power
over there,
forward.
but
they're weak at power forward. That's probably one of their weakest positions is power forward.
I mean, KD can play the power forward.
Well, he could, but we know. But we defensively he can play power forward. But we know offensively he's going to be playing the 2 or the 3. Offensively, he's not going to be. They're not going to put him at 4. Defensively, they're going. It's going to. And Kevin Durant, because he's a hard matchup night in, night out.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's a matchup nightmare because you have to throw out your any defensive system that you might already have in place. When you play in KD team, you have to throw it out because you got to do something completely different. Because typical small forwards in the league can't guard KD at small forward, so you have to put bigger, faster guys at other positions on him.
Yeah.
He's like having a second center on the court. 7'1" shooting guard.
I mean, we'll see how it wraps up though.
Situation. Pretty much wrap it up. Him going back to the Lakers. And it'll be a perfect move for the Nets because the Nets are probably going to have to trade Jared Allen along with Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert.
Why would you?
Hold on. Listen. They're only going to let one of those guys go. It's not
Karis LeVert, for sure.
Well, I know they love Karis LeVert, but they also love Spencer Dinwiddie has more trade value right now.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been as injury prone. Mm-hmm. So Dinwiddie is probably going to be the guard that goes. They're going to keep LeVert. And Jared Allen has always been on the trade block. I've been telling y'all that he's always been on the trade block because he hasn't been able to develop a 3-point shot. And they're trying to transition into a team where everybody can hit the 3. So, and we can't you can't rely on DeAndre Jordan. He's older too.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to give you 30 minutes a game next year? Probably not. So
I mean, he's taking well care of his body, vegan. He does a lot of yoga, all types of stuff.
But see, here's the funny thing about DeAndre Jordan. This is what's so funny. They knocked Draymond Green for taking last year off because obviously they don't believe the fact that he was dealing with a lot of injuries coming off all those playoff runs, which he was. He had 4 injuries he was dealing with. They put him on minutes restriction in December, and his sole job was just to come in and keep them young guys' head on straight.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to come in and try to, I'm going to be the most dominant force. I'm going to try to prove. Right. No, that's not your job. On top of that, he just signed a $100 million contract. Mm-hmm. He's 30. And they couldn't risk another one of their star players getting an injury.
Right.
Before,
But he said that. He knew what the goal was coming in.
But yeah, I know. But obviously, when you talk about TicketTV and 2 Raw and them, they say that he should have went out and played 1,000% just to prove to everybody else he could score 20 a game.
He ain't got shit to prove. He got 3 rings.
Hey, what I'm saying is, what does he have to prove?
Right.
Why does he have to score 20 a game to prove to you?
See, people like this, they think somebody personally has to prove that they're, you know what I'm saying?
Worthy of what they.
Yeah.
He's already got 3 rings.
Yeah, he ain't trying to.
That's probably more rings than your favorite player, right? He probably has more and so I broke down to Draymond Green.
Yeah.
First they said he was a bum in college. I said, well, he won Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year. Then he won Big Ten Player of the Year. Then he won Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year.
That Michigan State team was nice.
Then he won National Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So, what makes it crazier? You said that Michigan State team was nice, and he led them in scoring. It was 16 points a game. And they say he definitely wasn't trash in college. He got undervalued in the draft. Got drafted 35th pick in the second round.
They're not gonna understand why.
Hold on, did you see some of the players who got drafted over him that are not in the league?
Yeah, that's not even in the league. Yeah.
It's like you look at that first round where Draymond Green got drafted. Half those guys ain't even in the league.
But you gotta understand too, weight was a problem with that as well.
Yeah,
they blame a lot on his weight and stuff like that. Is he able to lose the weight? Is he gonna But so he's always been the same person, played the same intensity. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just But what I'm saying is, my whole point in this was DeAndre Jordan essentially took a whole year off.
Yeah.
And why he took this year off? It was pointless for
Draymond Green.
Well, DeAndre Jordan. No, what I'm saying is DeAndre Jordan, just like Draymond, took this whole year off because it's pointless for him to come out and play at 100% full speed this year when KD and Kyrie aren't ready to go. The whole purpose of even having DeAndre Jordan there is for when KD and Kyrie are at 100%. So the same thing with Draymond. Why go out with a whole bunch of young players when we already know we're not going to make the playoffs?
Right.
Why go out there and have him going playing 1,000% with these young guys when instead we could be developing our young guys and you can just kind of take it off this season?
And I hate when teams do that, bro. Like, they just automatically think, oh, well, we're not going to win, so we're just going to just...
But once Steph went down with the hand injury...
Yeah. That's when everything was like, And then D'Angelo Russell went down with another injury.
Yeah. Well, now we get to a point where we're saying...
Because that's what DeAndre Jordan as well, though. Like, he played when Kyrie was playing. And then all of a sudden he just stopped.
But when it came to a point in time where we said, well, we know KD's not coming back.
Yeah.
Kyrie just had another shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
You're shut down now, DeAndre.
Yeah. Yep.
You're shut down.
Yeah, you are.
And it's just like, this is the decisions that teams have to make. Because when you're dealing with older players, DeAndre Jordan's an older player, you now got to start considering the long term, like, how can we keep this player as healthy as possible for as long as possible? Right? And with DeAndre Jordan and with centers, the way they can break down, like, once the center gets a major injury, it's usually downhill from there.
Right.
Unless you're young and you can come back. So, again, he took a year. But see, they don't bash DeAndre Jordan for taking this year off because his numbers significantly dropped this year. It doesn't mean he's a bad player. It just means there's a bigger picture. That's next year.
They want to get another big piece that they've been looking for to go along with KD and Kyrie. So that should open up that spot for Dwight, a backup center spot, or maybe a starting center spot. You never know. Along with DeAndre Jordan. To me, that would be way formidable. You know what I'm saying? Because he's shown that he can play at that level this year. Dwight.
No, he can't.
They definitely will lead the league in rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
If he talking about this rebound.
But it's funny how everybody want Boogie now. None of you clowns was upset. When the Lakers cut Boogie and kept Jared Dudley, y'all weren't saying nothing.
I was saying something.
Only one that was mad was me.
I'm a Lakers fan. I was definitely saying something.
Now y'all want Boogie to come play Captain Saberho, huh? Y'all sad.
Yeah, no, but people also forget that one of the things that played a role in Boogie getting cut was that incident that he had with his wife.
Yeah.
With the police getting called. Mm-hmm. See, it then became more than a basketball decision for them. It wasn't strictly about basketball at that point in time. It was about the optics of keeping him on the team. Even though the situation got squashed, and I think she dropped the police report and all this stuff. So. And at the end of the day, it came down to the optics. And we're also paying somebody that's injured. At that time, nobody knew about COVID-19. Nobody knew that the NBA would stop for 4 months and all these players could get healed and come back to full strength. Right. So it made no sense to say. It actually made sense at that time for the Lakers to say, let's let him go right now. Yeah. Right. Because he's unhealthy.
He was just a
he's just a body on the bench. He does him no good. So to try to say in hindsight now that we should have kept Boogie.
Yeah, now it's like but
that just don't make sense to try to say.
That was good that you said.
Yeah, it's like it's easy for us to come back and say now. Yeah. Oh, we should have kept Boogie.
Exactly. You right.
Who knew that?
No one. Yep.
Who knew this? Like
some deep stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like this is why I don't like it when people try to make these points. They try to make these points as if at the time when Boogie got cut, I heard nobody coming to his defense. Right. Because he was injured, he couldn't do nothing for any team, and we just thought we'll see you next year. Yeah. But now COVID-19 happened. Now everybody's saying, oh, now everybody wants Boogie. Well, duh, everybody wants Boogie. Right. Anybody is going to want a healthy Boogie. Right. Even if he's not the original Boogie that we remember. Right. So again, it's easy to say stuff in hindsight. Again, sometimes we just got to admit that, you know what? We had to make a decision. Well, it's not even that. We had to make a decision based off what we know. Yeah. At that time, there was no COVID-19. Now that COVID-19 happened, now everybody has to adjust. Yeah. So, and they said they can sign free agents, so why wouldn't you invest in a Boogie Cousins for a playoff run? Why wouldn't you invest in him to give him a look for next year if you're like the Miami Heat or the Los Angeles Lakers? Right. And one of the reasons why they had to let Boogie go is because they needed another roster spot to bring guys in that could actually play. Yeah. Right? Like the Morris twin. Like possibly bringing J.R. Smith back. Yep. So they need roster spots now. Because in the playoffs, you can only have so many guys on the roster as it is. Yeah. So, again, it's just funny how people want to play genie in the lamp all of a sudden. They act like these GMs just make these moves and they're stupid for making these moves. There's a lot that has to go into these. To me, they actually kept him longer than I thought they would.
Me too.
They kept him longer.
I thought he was going to end up coming back or something.
Yeah. Because once he got hurt again at the beginning of the season, I'm thinking like, damn, they're keeping him still? Right. They were hoping for a playoff run.
But man,
let's finish this out.
Y'all said when y'all wouldn't even speak up for the man when the Lakers did him dirty.
Why? You can't speak up for him. Yeah. Boogie shot himself in the foot with the incident with his wife.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
Boogie got hurt at the beginning of the season when he tore his ACL coming off of an Achilles tear.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been playing like that.
So Boogie has an Achilles tear recently and an ACL tear. It's only right that a GM would consider letting him go. He's not the same Boogie. Yep. It's the same thing with John Wall. Do you expect John Wall to come back and be the same John Wall?
Well, I don't know, bro. Yeah,
hold on.
That's a whole different...
Achilles and ACL.
Yeah.
John Wall tore his Achilles... Oh, no, he tore his ACL, and then he tore his Achilles while he was recovering.
Meniscus, all that. Oh, yeah, and then because it was infected, it got infected, so they have to reopen it and then restitch it.
What I'm saying is John Wall's had 2 major injuries. Until he can show me otherwise, I don't believe he can come back and be the same John Wall.
And if you're building a championship team, bro, like, you think... Like you said, we trying to build. We need rosters. We need bodies. We need somebody that can actually play right now.
Live bodies.
You're building a championship team. Yeah. I don't have time to be waiting, bro.
No.
I got LeBron and AD.
But
I need to. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, he's not. He's wrong for saying that people should come to his defense. Yeah. Because nobody knew COVID-19 was going to come and delay the season. Exactly. Right. The Lakers are thinking, like you said, how can we win a championship right now?
Yeah. With the people we have. If we can
at that point in time, there was no way in hell Boogie Cousins was coming back. Yeah. If COVID-19 doesn't happen, Boogie Cousins doesn't play this season at all. So they weren't wrong for making that decision. Their goal is to win championships, not to make y'all happy. I think he ended the video there.
Let me know what y'all think.
We about to let you know. Well, we already let you know.
I think that's the end of his video right there. But again, like I said, hey y'all, man, that's one thing as fans, man. We got the advantage of after the fact.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like after the fact, we can say after the fact. These like with the draft, like these GMs have extremely difficult jobs when trying to select players in the first round of the draft.
Right.
So after the fact, it's easy to say, "Oh, he's trash at picking because this player was a bust."
Right.
Because after the fact, nobody thought Jason Tatum was going to be the player that he was. Like, if we know what we know now, don't you think the Sixers would have drafted Jason Tatum instead of Markelle Fultz?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? But after the fact, we can make it seem like the Sixers did a terrible job at picking Markelle Fultz. Well, no, at the time, everybody thought Markelle Fultz was a lock to be great.
I thought he'd been great, but I didn't know.
The one thing I didn't see was I didn't see Jason Tatum being this good. I saw Jason Tatum being good. Nobody predicted that he would be this good.
I think nobody projected him to be this good this fast.
That too.
That's what it was.
And we also nobody predicted Markelle Fultz, his decline so fast. Yeah. Like, he immediately came in and had instant problems adjusting to the NBA.
I didn't really think that he was number one. He was good. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, come on, bro.
I mean,
we can. So what we're gonna do? We can go into a whole different,
yeah, we could all
vibe
day
about that later, but this video will go on forever. So let us know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Yes, sir, man. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. Let us know what y'all think. Y'all think Dwight's going to the Nets next year? If you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, let us know. Do y'all need a Dwight Howard on that roster? Or are there other areas that need to be improved? I think y'all should target Bradley Beal. I think you should. You got the best trade offer for Bradley Beal.
Huge pickup.
As much as Bradley Beal says he doesn't want to, he's already went on record saying that would be an intriguing. That would be intriguing to be a part of Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant led team.
Yeah. So
he's already shown that he wouldn't be opposed to it. At the end of the day, he's a player that can get traded. He doesn't have a no trade clause. Right. So if they want to trade him, he's gone.
Anybody's trading.
Doesn't matter if he wants to stay in Washington or not. Teams are gonna go get the best player they want, and I think right now Washington needs to go into an instant rebuild mode. John Wall's not going to be the same. They're going to have to amnesty his contract soon. Once they realize he's not the same, because he's not going to be worth the money that he's getting paid. $40 million a season for a broken John Wall, not going to be worth it.
I mean, he said he's 110% now, so I mean, it'll be interesting to see. So.
We see players struggling to come back from just one of those injuries.
Yeah,
he has two.
Yeah.
And when was the last time he played a real NBA game?
And that's on the same leg, right?
I don't know if it's on.
I think
it don't even matter.
I mean, either way, he had surgery on both knees. So I mean,
what I'm saying, he had knee injuries, prior to even tearing his ACL.
Yep.
Now he can compensate, and people don't realize your Achilles muscle goes all the way up through your calf.
Yeah.
It helps support your knee.
Yep.
Right. So now, if you're dealing with a weaker Achilles, now that's going to start affecting your knee more. So I see more injuries to come with him when he comes back.
Hopefully not, but I mean, we'll see.
All right,
don't
man.
talk.
Hey, y'all, FY Up Sports. Make sure this is the type of conversation we need to have at NBA GOAT Talk, man. Make sure you go to join the group on Facebook, NBA GOAT GOAT Talk, so we can chop this up, man. Because again, this is a great discussion. Again, we disagree with TicketTV on Dwight Howard going to the Nets.
Just don't see how that's possible.
I don't think it's
not possible, or we just don't see how.
It's just not a good fit to me. It's definitely not a good fit. And again, if they're looking to be a contender, you don't want to get older and slower.
Right.
And that's what you don't want to do.
Right.
So, all right, man. FY Up Sports, man. You got anything, stuff?
TicketTV. What was you thinking?
Exactly, man.
FY Up, man.
On a nightly basis. FY Up Sports, we out, man.